senator from northern Nigeria. And we're talking about things Nigerian, following the presidential election. And one of those things, of course, will be, the governorship election, which we've already spoken about. We continue to speak about it. Of course, it has gone, because it's a big topic in Lagos, I think it is the only place where that discussion is as vigorous as it is. This whole matter about ethnicity. Just before we went on break, Reverend Dominic had called in commenting on a comment of another viewer from yesterday. He might be getting back in. But the point that Reverend Dominic was making is that, he thinks this whole question about ethnicity and ethnocentric voting, perhaps a little bit too much is being made of it. As he put it, this whole matter of people moving into Lagos one way or the other didn't happen yesterday. So, it is what it is. Do you have anything to add to that particular? Well, it's an ongoing conversation. Do you have any thoughts on it one way or the other? Because it is felt that you said you were not too happy about some patterns that emerged, but that is the Reverend gentleman saying that he didn't see it like that.
Well, I seek and multi-religious if we begin to dwell, like I said, on ethnic politics and religious politics, then believe you me, it is not a pathway for us to begin to approach in this 21st century. I want to correct something, Mr. Folashade. I am the first female senator from the Northeast geopolitical zone, from northern Nigeria, based on marital affiliation. Based on marital affiliation. And that brings me to the issue of ethnicity.
That is your northern extraction, is what you is based on marital. Is that what you're explaining to us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, based on marital affiliation. The first female senator.
Okay.
I am married to an Adamawa indigene. I've lived with my husband for more than 42 years. My life and times have been in Adamawa. I married and I was integrated into that community of the Bachama extraction. And I became a senator in the southern zone of Adamawa State, which comprises 9 local governments, about the largest in Adamawa State. In Adamawa State, which is I refer to as mini Nigeria, you have over 84 ethnic groups in Adamawa. You have more than 3 different ethnic groups who speak different languages and sometimes not the same religion. What do you want to say about that? So when people want
do you speak the language? I beg your pardon. Do you yourself speak the language?
Of course.
You've been with your husband for 42 years.
Absolutely. I speak, yes. I speak fluent Hausa. I write fluent Hausa. I speak my husband's ethnic language itself, which is the Bachama language. I understand it. So why would people want to divide this nation?
Experiences will differ. Senator, experiences will differ. Depending on where you are in the country. The point was made about the wife of the state governor. He was not an indigene, the same as her husband, but from Imo State. Yes. And, the story goes that it wasn't an easy task. When she tried, I'm sure you know the story, when she tried to run for a senatorial seat in her native Imo. So there will be differences.
Well, this is what we're talking about, Mr. Folashade. Mr. Folashade, the point is this in Nigeria, and the Supreme Court will interpret that to you. A woman becomes a part and parcel of the locality where she marries from. If my people in Adamawa State have been able to make a statement to say, look, where a woman marries from is our own state. As a citizen of Nigeria, I have a tripartite citizenship, let me tell you. I was born and raised in Kaduna. I schooled in Kaduna. I met my husband in Kaduna. By what you define as indigenship in the 1999 Constitution as amended. What is the definition of indigenship? It is talking about your natural place of birth. So, by implication, I am entitled to the rights and the privileges of a Kaduna State indigene. Simple as that. I am entitled to the rights and privileges of an Adamawa State indigene by marriage, having lived a better part of my life, 42 years with my husband. My parents are from Osun State. That my parents are from Osun State does not, parents' natural place of birth is Osun State. So you can see the scenario I'm trying to explain to you. And then I would go to my own state. Of course, it wasn't a kettle of, it wasn't a, I didn't get my senatorial ticket on a platter of gold when I contested. It was a tough one. But by the grace of God, because a woman stays in her husband's home, you can't begin to tell me after 42 years of living together, after 42 years of giving birth to children and grandchildren for them in Adamawa State, you want to chase me out and say I don't belong there. I say, no, no. But I want to tell the Nigerian women today, wherever you marry from, please work your way into the hearts of the people. Let your people, your husband's people, be your people. Be part of their happiness. Be part of their sadness. Be at the grassroots there. I love grassroots politics. If you go to my state in Adamawa, go to my local government, they will tell you. I didn't wake up overnight to say I want to run there. My people themselves that I'm married to looked at me. This is our wife. This is the mother of our children. This is our daughter. Okay. My life and afterlife, it's Adamawa State. So when people begin to say, you know, it's based on ignorance, and people don't understand what it means to be an indigent. And this is what is killing our democracy in Nigeria. And this problem is being stirred by the political elites. Political elites who do not mean well for this country. When you begin to look at
one moment, Senator,
my potential from the point of view...
One moment, please. Somebody has been waiting for an eternity on the phone. Mr.
And then good morning to the Senator Grace. It's one of the women that I love to have when she was in the National Assembly last time. I'm not sure, maybe she re-elected this time around anyway. But I was saying that she's already...
No, I didn't contest.
Both Mr. George...
No, she didn't contest. Yes. And for further information, she won her ticket, you know, on the platform of the PDP, which was some time ago. But today, yes, she's a member of the APC. Yes, please continue.
That's very good. That's very good. I love that it came back to where she's supposed to belong to, which is APC. So I was saying that,
yes.
You see, both George and then my friend Reverend Dominic. Yesterday, I called yesterday, but you put me on hold until the network grew and cut me off. Now, you see, both of them are my friend, and then they are friend of the house as well. You see, to be sincere with you again.
Are they right, period, or they are right because they're your friends?
They are right because one thing is that you imagine anytime Reverend Dominic or Mr. George call to the studio, they always say this. They always talk sincerity when we are talking about politics in this country, especially here in Lagos. In fact, they always contribute positively to the program as well. So, having said that, you see, we cannot take anything out. It is only God Almighty Allah make it possible for President-elect in person of actual Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to become president-elect this time around. You know why? Because the policy, it really affects we love of the FCC. We have the sympathy of that party. Even though, I always say this, we don't need anything from them rather than good governance. You see, the policy really hit us very, very hard. So they say that even in our own locality here, so even campaign for the party, we find it difficult, although we did what we needed to do. That is why in various polling units we make sure we deliver it. Even though we are not part and parcel of attending a political meeting and all that. But I can tell you for free, there in Dokpemu, for the fact that I don't attend a political meeting, they know me as part of them because I play my own role, because I want the good governance. You see, you cannot also rule out ethnicity. Because in my area, there's some guys that I've ever fired my high guns for the past 10, 15 years ago. Do you know those guys? Igbo guys, they were friends. They came back, they lodged in a hotel. When in the morning, the police unit, I asked them, where have you been? They said they have been here in a Lekki area. I said, what are you coming here to do? He said, they come to vote. I said, wow, have you ever voted before? He said, no, but Obi is on ballot paper. So he's on ballot, so he needed to vote for Obi. That is why I tell some people now, if coming elections come Saturday, it's supposed to be totally different. Because some people vote because of their ethnicity, because of their man is in virus. That is why they voted. But this time around, a lot of them is not going to vote. Because the person that they needed to vote for is not in the ballot. But it is not unlike us. That whether our religion or our ethnicity is on the ballot, we always come out and perform our duty. Meanwhile, we are still going to do that come Saturday. And then I believe, as my own candidate, in fact, I'm very, very happy today. And then I'll be happy since last time they declared what Bola Ahmed Tinubu your photo, and then you go and sleep. You know that he's going to do the needful. And then come next time, we will have a little job to do to campaign for him. Come second time, when he becomes president in this country, he's already elected. But when he performs, in fact, some people that voted against him this time around, if they will be the one campaign for him next time. I can tell you, go and write it down. God bless you, and God bless the senator on the other side. Good morning once again, sir.
All right, then. Thank you very much, Mr. Yakub. And in particular, thank you for holding on. You actually held on for upwards of around 10 minutes. Thank you very much. Senator, so there you heard him. We'll probably get as many perspectives as people we speak with on this matter. And he weighed in on a subject that you've also touched on, that it's not, in his own opinion, it's not going to go the same. And he's speaking, of course, about his own, home state of Lagos, where he's participating in the election. So that's his own. You could see some of the, some of the analysis he was making, that the reason some people voted was because someone was on the ballot. That person is not on the ballot now. Absolutely. Therefore, he would not be surprised if there is a total difference. You touched on this subject matter earlier yourself, in fact, at the very, very top of the program. So we expect that. That's the other thing, of course, is, and I entirely embrace everything you said, especially, and thank you, that was a gripping story telling us about your personal journey, as it were, from Oshun to Kaduna to Adamawa. Now the problem is you're claiming indigenship of all three areas. But, that was just a little joke. It's not a problem.
That's so, the beauty of Nigeria, being a Nigerian.
Yes, indeed. So I suppose the other thing that we must have, along with frowning on ethnic and religious kind of voting, the other thing we must frown on is any form of violence, any form of intimidation, any form of making anybody feel unwelcome in any area that they choose to be in. That's something that people must also probably be told in very, very clear terms.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you, Chief Folashade. Again, just a little addition to the issue of ethnic politics. I have never seen where a particular ethnic group has succeeded in just going into an election and, the ethnic population of that candidate will succeed in pushing the person to the top based on ethnic affiliation. No, wherever you come from in this country, you are gunning for the #1 position in this country. You need the support and a very overwhelming support of other ethnic groups.
Yes.
You cannot, like what just happened with the APC election. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a man that has built network all across the country in time past. You need to build this relationship over time. The structures must be solid from the south all the way to the north and so on and so forth. If Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu was expecting votes in the southwest alone or in the southern part of the country alone would take him to the villa, then it would have been daydreaming. He got what you call chunk votes from the corner, from the northwest. It got chunk votes from the northeast, and it got from the northwest. I mean, well, a good spread for him indeed, and that is it. That's a
and from
very
the southwest as well.
Solid premise for which. Yes, I'm from the southwest because that is his original constituency. So if any ethnic group would just say, look, I'm going to vote on ethnic consideration without giving cognizance and considerations to the other ethnic groups, honestly, it's going to be dead on arrival. It doesn't work that way.
One moment, Senator.
The Nigerian setting.
Senator, I beg your pardon for interrupting you. Let me bring in Ada in Jos. Good morning, Ada.
Good morning, Sayora. Good morning to Senator Grace Folashade Bench. A true Nigerian. I mean, I really enjoy her objectivity, in her analysis. But Sayora, let me tell you something. As far as I'm concerned, the problem of Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria, our leader is not the tribe, religion, or party affiliation of our leader. And that is what I'm trying to say here is that the major problem of Nigeria is we have a faulty structure. And once we practice fiscal federalism, where states are allowed to develop at their own pace and pay tax to the center, the powers in the center will be drastically reduced. Until we factor this issue and address it, we'll continue to be answering one Nigeria on paper. Why do I say so? That is exactly why you see governors who are in an opposition party. They want it. If we have strong institutions and we practice fiscal federalism, all these things will fizzle out. Trust me. Nevertheless, let's not give up on Nigeria. Let's go out and vote on Saturday. It shall be well.
Thank you very much, Ada, for calling in. As always, thank you very much about that. Well, Senator, so here we are in the home stretch. We have just a few
Yes, you were
moments.
talking about. Yes, you were talking about the issue of violence during election, and I want to. Yes, the violence.
That can be our final point.
Discrimination against the women. Yes, discrimination against women and the violence against women during election should be completely discouraged. Violence has never taken any nation to its promised land. Nigeria, I am just using this medium to talk to our electorates against the forthcoming election of governorship next weekend. We must understand that the peaceful election will be the only kind of election that can get an acceptance all over the country from the international community and so on and so forth. We do not ballot snatching and vote. What you call violence at the point of voting should be completely taken out, from our style of politics.
Thank you for underlining that point, Senator.
The security men, yes, the security men and women, I think they must beef up and step up their activities this coming weekend, because it's another opportunity for the Nigerian electorates and Nigerians as a whole to show the world that We are very responsible people, and
we're going to have to leave it there, Senator. And I think that's a very fine place to leave it. I want to thank you very much, Senator.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Senator, for making time for us this morning. Senator Grace Folashade Bent has been our guest. Thank you once again. And so that's our program today. Please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Yori.